The UMass softball team had their home opener on Friday against George Washington. Marc Jean-Louis was at the game, and he's got the highlights from Sortino Field.
Atlantic 10 showdown for the home opener, George Washington taking on UMass at Sortino Field on Friday. And in the bottom of the first of a scoreless game, it's Britta Lemire who hacks at it and swings, back, gone! Her fourth home run of the season gives UMass an early 2-0 lead. To the fifth inning now. Runner at second with one out, and it's Vicky Vallis at the dish. She swings and a base hit into center field. Rounding third is Bradley Breland. She is coming home to score. She does so, and the game's all tied up at a deuce. But bottom five, a GW disaster and a pass ball, and in from third comes Diaz Patterson to score. She does, beats the throw. UMass goes ahead 3-2, and they would win by that score, notching their first home victory of the season.
Back for the softball segment, and we're doing a special fact or fiction. We just saw those highlights. That was the lone win this weekend for UMass softball, and I'm here with Marc Jean-Louis and Kathleen Harkins, and we are psyched for this fact or fiction segment. I know you guys have been preparing for a while, so I threw out my script. I have my cards. We're going to do it pardon the interruption style, something like that. But the first question, I'm going to start with you, Marc. UMass will finish in the top 4 in the Atlantic 10 standings. Fact or fiction?
Wow, top 4. We're really making a push for this one. As much as I like this UMass softball team, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go with Oh, wait, that's the wrong spelling. Fiction. I'm going to have to go with fiction for this one. When you look at the Atlantic 10 standings, UMass, they had a lot of losses earlier on this season, and I think those losses early in the season is what's going to cause them going down the stretch. You look at the top 3 teams in the Atlantic 10, Dayton, St. Joseph's, and St. Louis. I think those are locks. They ain't going nowhere, and so it really just comes down to that last spot. And I think when it comes to the schedule, George Mason just has them beat out by just a little bit. So I think the best that UMass can do would be 5th.
Well, I'm going to have to say, I think our viewers noticed that you spelled fiction wrong on that first that first piece of paper.
Yeah.
We'll let you go on that one, though. But Kathleen, go ahead.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say fact with this one. I know we're in 7th place right now, and we're 3-6 in the A10, but if we keep it up, I have faith that we can work really hard and get into the top 4.
All right, great. So we're going to toss this one right here, the old Tony Reale style. Next time I'll throw it a little further, but all right.
Into the camera.
Kiana Diaz Patterson. Will she finish with an above 400 average? I'll go with you, Kathleen, first this time.
I say fiction for this one. My reasoning is because her sophomore and junior year, she had a 357, both of them. So just like looking at the stats, she didn't really improve her junior year from her sophomore year. So I think 400 is kind of looking a little too high, even though she's doing really good right now. There's a little time left in the season, and I think she has time to go a little weaker than she has been.
Go ahead, Marc.
I'm going to have to give it to her on this one. I'm going to say it's going to be fact that Kiana Diaz Patterson.
Disagreement going on here.
A lot of disagreement for this one. I think it's going to be a fact that Kiana Diaz Patterson will hit above 400 because you can't leave out her freshman year. Her freshman season, she hit 327, and then both her sophomore and junior year, she hit 357 both of those years. And so the fact that she's hitting 521 right now and is by far and away the best batting average in the Atlantic 10 season, she hasn't really shown us anything this season that she's going to go down in batting average this season. So I think that she will hit above 400 for the rest of the year.
All right, we got disagreement going on at the table. There's that one. Oh, I missed the teleprompter. It's all good. All right, Caroline Raymond. Will she set a career high in wins this season? We had Laura Plowd be just an amazing pitcher in the past. We're looking for Caroline Raymond to pick up the slack. Marc, will she have a career high in wins?
Well, her career high in wins right now is 15 wins this season. She has 6 right now, but as much as she's improved over this past weekend, I'm going to have to say fiction. She will not set a career high in wins this season. As much as we want to compare Caroline Raymond to Sarah Plourd, she's just not. She never really got to be that sort of pitcher where we can depend on her to go out there every single day. And when you look at the secondary pitching on this UMass softball team, they really don't have any. Either because of a high ERA or just the fact that our secondary pitchers can't really just get anyone out. And so the fact that if Caroline Raymond wants to set a new career high in wins, which would be 16, she would almost need at least a good, decent start every single time out there. And honestly, realistically, I don't see that happening.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to say fact. She's personally my favorite player this year, so I'm kind of on her side. I think she did a really good job playing this weekend. She pitched 2 full games and one of them being a shutout, so I think she has the ability to do so if she tries really hard. The wind this weekend was really bad at the fields they were playing at, so if she can do so good in those conditions, I think she can continue to do well.
All right, well, we've had no agreement so far, so let's see if we can keep that going. One more and we'll wrap it up. My cameraman caught that one, which was great. Nice catch, Liam. Bridget Lemire, let's do this real quick, will lead the team in strikeouts. Go ahead, Mark, real quick.
I will say that she will lead the team in strikeouts. That is a fact right there, because you look at this season, she's hitting 190 right now this season, and when you compare that to last season, she had the second most strikeouts on the team with the second fewest at-bats. Before that, she was a pitcher, and so pitchers, statistically, baseball, softball, whatever you want to call it, not exactly the best hitters on the team. You're either going to get all or nothing from her, so I say it's a fact.
All right, and real quick, Kathleen, go ahead.
I disagree again and say fiction, only because she only had 1 strikeout this weekend, and also I think it's a team effort that she'll just contribute to but not lead.
All right, great, and that's about it for our Fact or Fiction segment. We're tossing these, and we'll see you right back for Women's Lacrosse. Stay tuned.